Well, hello YouTube. I feel like it's been forever, but I think that's just because I've been stuck in my house for forever. I have a few things to show you today. I have reorganized some things in my room, which is, as you can see behind me, we have my bookshelves. I moved them just a little closer and I've reorganized the plants because I'm always moving my plants. P.S. Don't do that. It's not good for them, but I do it all the time. So, I have some fun things to show you. The first thing, all of the things that I'm going to show you today are plants which I have got in a social distancing safe manner. So I will walk you through what I did to pick up my local pickup plants, and then I will show you the plants which I purchased. So, I also traded for some. So to arrange a social distancing pickup, the first thing that you need to do is find the plants, and you have to do that online. So I will put a couple of the websites that I have browsed through in the description box, just in case you happen to be local to me and you're looking for some places to go through. Quite a few of my local plant shops, what they're doing is a surprise bag. So the surprise bags are a certain price. I think they're about 50 bucks. You order a surprise bag and then they will drop it off to your house and you don't know what's in it. You just get to like open the presents. So that seems super fun. I wasn't actually able to do it, but that's a very good way to do it if you're in the Edmonton area. And if you're not, ask your local plant stores if they're doing something like that. Otherwise, what you can do is look online, and I've looked in a couple of places. I've talked to other plant people that I know. I've looked on Facebook Marketplace, and then I looked on some like smaller business owners' websites. So for me personally, I'm specifically trying to support other people in my area, so like other plant collectors or small businesses or businesses who have business practices that I would like to support. That's how I'm personally picking. So I ordered some seeds from Holes at the Enjoy Center in St. Albert, which was doing curbside pickup. I also personally purchased from Plantroom. That's where I went, one of the places I went to pick up from today. So I looked through her online shop, I messaged her, chose what I wanted, and then we organized a time. I drove to the location, messaged her that I was there. She put the plants in a bag on her porch, went back in her house. I came out of my car wearing my proper PPE, my gloves and mask and whatever, got the plants from the porch and took them. So that's basically how I would recommend doing a safe pickup. If you're going out for your essentials anyway, like I don't think there's anything wrong with, like for example, we had to go to Home Depot because we had to fix our toilet. That was the thing that we needed to do. So we went to Home Depot. If we were going to Home Depot anyway, why not go to the Home Depot with all the good plants? It's also on the way to another errand that we had to do. So that's the Home Depot we stopped at. We looked for the stuff that we needed. I also looked at the plants without touching anything. And then we left, right? There's no additional risk in something like that. So you guys are all excited to see, what did I get? The first thing that I actually got 2 weeks ago as a free plant trade, and that was some cuttings off of a pickle plant. So I'll show you some close-ups of these, but they are just, it's a kind of cactus. Here we go. Let me show you this one. So I actually got 5 and I'm giving 2 to my sister. This little cactus plant. They're just a type of like succulent. They're a little bit fuzzy and they're just adorable. So we've got some root buds coming out now. So I'm going to be planting those up this week. What else did I get? I'm so excited for this, guys. We are going to save my very favorite thing for last because I'm a big meanie. So what did I get? I got this little Rickrack Cactus. So I don't know where you guys are, but here these Rickrack Cactus are actually pretty hard to find. Oh, we've already got cat hair on you, do we? That's okay. It happens at my house. So it was done from a cutting, which you can see in the pot there, and then we've got these 3 shoots. This was actually a fantastic deal. This one I think was $20 just for this little pot, but for here that's actually a very good price. I've seen much smaller amounts than this for $20, and this is a very healthy one, and you can see we've got like new growth coming in. It's just a very healthy, happy happy plant. And I just love the look of like the big Rickrack Cactus. So I know that Rickrack Cactus propagates fairly easily. So that was part of why this was on my list. What else did we get? What's in our bag of tricks, so to speak? We have, here we go. This one tipped over in my car and I got dirt everywhere. It was just great. No, it was not anything to do with the seller. She packaged them nicely and then I like dumped it out in my car by accident because I'm clumsy and this is my life. So this is a orchid cactus. So the Rickrack cactus is a type of orchid cactus, but this is what more people typically think of when they hear orchid cactus. This one is also a difficult thing to find in this area. So we've got a nice big frond here. We've got a littler one. It says it's the peachy yellow on it. And we've got 2 new growth points already. So it obviously needs watering, but it is a beautiful plant in wonderful shape. Oh, look, you can see. So if I hold this really close, you can see that there are lines to connect the newer growth, and there's already another. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe. Anyway, it's going to have another growth point coming out right here very soon. I can see that. So I am thrilled to get both of these. I just think they look so fun when they're in like a big, huge pot. I cannot wait until it's gigantic like that. I'll hang it for sure. I have 2 more things left that I got. One of them is something that was kind of sort of on my list, but I saw this, it was such a good deal, I just could not pass it up. So that is a Monstera Celtic Picanha. So this one has 2 stems in the pot. It's hard to see, but this is all one stem and this is one stem. And then we have tons of new growth on this plant, which looks so healthy. It looks just beautiful. And like, yes, there's a little bit of yellowing, but I think this is like, these are the 2 oldest leaves and there's a bit of yellowing, but like the plant looks wonderfully healthy. The new growth is beautiful. Look at that. An absolutely beautiful plant. I paid $30 for this plant. That was totally worth it. So I'm just going to give you one more peek at these beautiful silvery leaves. Oh, they just show up so nice on camera too. Look at how pretty this plant is. I just love it. All right, and then the last one I have is a cutting, and I am very excited. This is the thing that has been on my wish list for the longest time of anything that I've had on my wish list, actually. I am lucky enough to have a very good plant friend, Rebecca, who you guys have seen. I've done 2 videos with her now, so if you haven't seen those, go back and take a look because she's a lot of fun and we had so much fun at her house. And then this is what she gifted me. So this is a Philodendron Ghost cutting. I'm just gonna pop it out of the bag. I'm so excited for this. I've been wanting a ghost for so long. Rebecca was so nice, and like 2 months ago, what month is it? It's April. 3 months ago. It feels like it's been forever, doesn't it? She actually offered to sell me a pretty big ghost for like $100, and I was like, Rebecca, I can't. This is worth like $150 at least. You should get like what it's worth. And I passed up on the plant, and I have been kicking myself ever since. So she was actually selling it because she had 2. So she sold off the bigger one so that she could get some cash, and she kept the smaller one. And this is a cutting of her smaller Florida Ghost plant. So it is a, very carefully, I'm going to unwrap this. Okay, here we go. So this little cutting, we wrapped it in some moss. Some actually living moss, so I'm probably going to plant it. This is what the cutting looks like. So there is actually about 3 nodes in this cutting, despite the fact that it's so small. So I am going to root it in sphagnum moss. It has this gorgeous little growth tip right there. Oh, I'm so excited. And it has a bunch of little root nubs as well. So I recently got some kiki paste, and it's just this like hormone paste. It comes in this teeny weeny little bottle. It came with some cotton tips like this, but obviously Q-tips will work. And it's just like a little paste. It looks like Vaseline, reminds me of Vaseline. that's what the texture is. It's super sticky, gets on everything. But you, it was designed for orchid growers to clone their orchids. And apparently it works on anything that has nodes. I've got it on a fair amount of my plants, and it does seem to be stimulating growth fairly well for me. I'm still pretty new to it, so I'm not like giving a review or endorsement. Like, if you want to try it, go for it. But it seems like this little jar is going to last me like basically forever. But I'll be putting some of that on this gorgeous ghost cutting. So these are the 2 leaves that we've got. They're in beautiful, beautiful shape. The gorgeous red stems. Well, that one is still quite pink. Later new leaf. It's just a beautiful cutting. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm so grateful to Rebecca. If you don't know, Florida Ghost, the leaves come in like a white color, like a creamy white color, and then they fade to like a normal dark green. I really love the leaf shape of these, and I really love how dark the leaves get and like the contrast between the light and dark leaves. So I'm really excited to get some roots on this baby and get it growing. I'm so excited. Thank you, Rebecca. I love this. Oh, I'm going to show you a couple more things. We're going to show you some cuttings that I have. So this is, so you can see behind me. Let's see if I can point it behind me. On this shelf in the middle. Oh, I'm bad at this. That one is the mommy plant of this little baby. So I have a nice big variegated Maranta, and I've got this pretty well established plant, which is doing something funny on the nodes over here. This is just hilarious. And then I have another one that's rooting, and I have another one that's has just been potted up, and then I have one that's in water growing roots. So I'm propagating the heck out of this one so that I can share it as they get more established. This one is about ready to go. I'm going to put it up on Marketplace in the next week or so. So if you're in the Edmonton area and you've been looking for a variegated Maranta, let me know. Keep your eye out. The other thing that I have that I'm pretty excited about is, I'm so nervous about this. This is my Reefa de Fora tetrasperma, which I got in October. I actually bought it on Halloween, and I snipped it. Snip. I'm so nervous about this. This is one of my favorite plants. Easily one of my favorite plants. So I was so nervous to give it a little trim. But I also really want to have a bigger plant. And this is just one single stem cutting. It's been overall pretty healthy for me. I'm very hopeful that I'll be able to propagate like a nice big bushy plant. They're supposed to grow really fast, so I'm waiting for spring, for the spring growth to take off. And then once it's getting really established, then I'm going to take cuttings so that I can share them with people also. And then we have my other special baby, which is this dirt on the pot. This Singhania Malvo that I bought in early January, I think. And I sneaked it too. So I did this after our last plant swap meeting, which was in March. The middle of March, and it opened this new leaf since it's been potted up, and I absolutely love it. And then the stump here, so it was a very like long and leggy plant, so I decided that I wanted like a smaller bushier plant. So to get that, I sort of chopped it in the middle of the stem. It grew roots like really well. You can see the older leaf is kind of fading here, but the rest of these leaves like are just gorgeous. It's gotten these 2 under my care, and hopefully lots more. But then on the stem, if you can see, we've got new growth coming in there and also at the tip. So I'm hoping again with the spring growth that this will absolutely explode. I've put the Kiki paste on the nodes that are visible on here. It's going to be obviously be slow because there's no leaves left on this, but the leaves were just only at the very top. And then this had like a really good root system, so I decided I would give it a try and do a leafless chop. So I think those are all the exciting things that I have to show you. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys next week on Saturday for a live stream. Details to come. Bye.
Love it.